Hey guys, name is Gabriel Silva, 33 years old. Back in October, was diagnosed with T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma. Pretty much been active my whole life. Play soccer 2 to 3 times a week. Um, Started getting like a heartburn feeling in this area here and shortness of breath. I did notice that it was getting a little bit harder trying to sleep as well. On this side, particularly my right side. Didn't think much of it, just thought of it as being, sore from playing soccer or whatever activities I was doing. Usually when I played, I would be 2 or 3 days sore, and then fine. Then gradually it took 3 to 4 to 5 days. And I kind of knew something was up, but not really. I just let it slide. I'm not a person that went to the doctors a lot. I don't even have a primary doctor. Been sick maybe a handful of times my whole life, maybe 5 times my whole life. Um, so in general, I thought I was fine. So on a Friday night, I went to play soccer, and I was super tired, fatigued. I didn't know what it was. Let it go by. On Sunday morning, I went to play, and I had to come off the field. Never ever happened to me before. I just pretty much lost, couldn't keep my breath. I would make a run in the midfield, and I couldn't catch my air. So I actually came off, and that was the first time ever that I came off the field, like without asking the refs or without being hurt. Just came off the field. Let the week go by, nothing happened. I just took a break. And then on a Saturday, it was raining, and I ran to the car to go get it, so my wife and kids wouldn't get wet. And it took me 2 to 3 minutes to catch my breath. And that's when I really, really, really realized that something was up. Went to the doctor, to the hospital. I thought it was my heart. I was there for 18 days. They did a chest scan, and my whole right side was full of fluid. So they drained it. As soon as they drained it, that heartburn, everyday pain feeling that I had right here went away. So pretty much that was a start to everything. The oncologist came in, figured out, did a biopsy. They wanted to do biopsy and test. After 2 or 3 biopsies, they told me that I had T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma, and they told me I had cancer. 33 years old, fairly healthy, played soccer 3 days a week, of course. Occasionally after soccer, drink beer, hang out with the guys, barbecues, things like that. But other than that, rice, beans, salad was my general diet. So I never thought, would cancer from that. Um, then we did tests, and then I was admitted to the hospital and started to do the chemo right away. They were doing 2 regimens. One is to prevent, and one is to kill. Of course, lost all my hair. I did not get any of the nausea or the diarrhea or any of the bad side effects. But I did, the day that I went into the hospital, I did not eat any of their food, did not drink any soda, any juice, pretty much water. And then my aunt and my mother and my wife would make me, salads and healthy foods. I try to minimize my meat, and I think that helped me through the process. Next week is my last chemo, my 8th one. After the 3rd chemo, the scan showed that the masses that I had about 5 different masses that all gone. After the 5th chemo, I did another PET scan. Everything else was gone. So I'm not 100% against chemo, but I think if I did everything they told me to do, meaning maintain my diet, maintain everything, it could have, not been as good, outcome. Or if I didn't play soccer, if my body wasn't already as strong, I think that as it is, then I could have different results. There's a couple other people in there that have the same thing as me, and they're not going through the treatment as well. But mindset, faith, and food, I think, is very important. If you guys have any comments, any questions for me, please let me know. I did follow Chris Beats Cancer and really good videos. So I'm just trying to, go out and get education. I know that after the chemo, it's gonna stop it. But if I don't make any changes, it could come back because the type of cancer that I have in the blood, they said it's very common that it could come back. So I'm trying to get all the resources and things that I can do on my part to prevent it from coming back. And I know that fueling your body, which I've learned now through this 6-month process, is very important. So just wanted to give you a shout of my story. If anybody has any questions or comments, please let me know. Thank you so much. God bless.